see some elite skills from the young man in the league as far as international kids.
Outlet pass to Jalen Green. Finds that three-point.
We set a ball screen. Let's see if he can get to the basket.
Shot clock is off. Game clock is down to 6. Jalen Green with hands on his hip.
That young man played with Mick Cronin at Cincinnati, and that was not his forte. We know he can score. What does he do in pick and roll?
Cut off by Stevens. Şengün, look, he's calling for it. Sets the screen for Green. Step back, 3-5 Houston run dating back to the second quarter. Jalen Green curling off.
Moved by J.J. Outlaw, because he knows his GM and his head coach want to see Mobley get touches, and that's what he's doing.
6-point lead for Houston. Jalen Green dancing with the ball up against Stevens. Another.
Has always had that speed.
You know, Green's going right back to the bucket
as he physically figures everything out.
Evan Mobley now has 12 points.
Yeah. Ball handler. Makes it 19-14. Christopher kicks it out to Green. Drives the closeout. Got it partial.
Just sprints, beats everybody up the floor.
Green inside. And he drops. Stone, general manager of the Houston Rockets. Looking at a 30-27 ball game right now. Gives it to Martin. Little give and go action. Green, #1 pick. He's got 10. Green now. Yeah, he wants some. Martin in.
Center court logo. He's got to continue to progress as a shooter, but because of his size and strength, he can get into the paint.
Green. And he's fouled.
Which way to spin based on where he's feeling that defender on his back.
They meet at the middle of the circle on their practice court, or the game court, and each guy see contractually recently. Here's Green weaving through traffic. Lamb locked up by Hayes. Green for 3.
This is the thing. Part of his development is he can't be afraid to shoot. He's got to let it rip. And Nick Nurse is going to do a good job, because one thing about Nick Nurse,
Chua averaged 5 points a game. That cool story here, and Coach, you know this from being up in Toronto for as long as you were. This Green drives.
Throws in, you know, a little bit longer, bigger, better on the glass. Maybe a little bit more switching capability, maybe even some more zone capability. Just
loses it, keeps it in bounds, and it's taken away by K.J. Martin. Martin up at
his goal to be the #1 pick, and I think he's a little upset that he wasn't the #1 pick.
He's been very public.
Well, think about it, Jared. He went to the G